Hello, everybody, and welcome to Return Zero. What is a proxy? A proxy is a type of server that allows clients to forward requests through it. Remember that a client is just another word for a computer, and a server is a type of computer that serves a specific purpose. What does forwarding requests mean? It means that when I want to request a specific resource from the server, instead of directly asking the server for that resource, as pictured here, I instead send that request to the proxy server. The proxy server then makes the request on the behalf of my PC, responds back with said resource. If many computers are all forwarding requests to the proxy server, that has the effect of masking their IP addresses and making it look like all requests are coming from one specific user or IP address. So, what are some uses of a proxy server? A secondary use, besides masking IP addresses, is using a proxy server to block traffic. The proxy server administrator can say, do not allow requests to this certain website, server, or IP address. This traffic blocking feature can be used to keep people productive at work or keep them off of insecure websites. A third common feature of proxy servers is the ability to cache information. This means that the proxy server will keep in its memory a copy of frequently requested resources from the servers. In other words, if many people are going to google.com, the proxy server might cache/store a copy of Google's logo. This allows web pages and other resources to load much faster than they would without a proxy server there to catch the information. There are two main types of proxy servers, those being forward and reverse proxy servers. A forward proxy server is like the one we have been describing thus far. The key thing to remember about forward proxy servers is that it sits between the users and the internet, acting as a middleman between the both. The second type of proxy, a reverse proxy, acts as the middleman between the internet and servers rather than the internet and users. So, what is a reverse proxy? A reverse proxy is a type of server that allows users on the internet to access other servers. When a user on the internet sends a request to a reverse proxy server, the reverse proxy server then queries other servers to fulfill the user requests. This adds a layer of security by making it look like the web server responding is coming from a different IP address, which is not the IP address of the actual web server. A second thing that reverse proxies help with is traffic balancing or load balancing. If a website is being hosted by multiple servers, it will request whatever server is most efficient at delivering the resource. This helps the servers not become bombarded by requests and makes a more efficient end user experience. This makes it much harder to successfully carry out a denial of service or distributed denial of service attack against a website that is behind a reverse proxy. A similarity that they share with forward proxies, reverse proxies can also cache data, making data get to the client more efficiently. Last, but not least, one of the coolest things a reverse proxy server can do is enable your sites to have SSL encryption. By using a reverse proxy, it frees many resources on the origin server that would otherwise be occupied with encryption/decryption. Now we will go through some common proxies and reverse proxies that are used today. First, we have nginx. nginx is a web server and reverse proxy with many other great features and is used extensively across the interwebs. Apache is also a web server that has the ability to become a reverse proxy with many other features. It is one of the most popular web servers in use today. Traefik is a standalone reverse proxy with features designed for making microservices and APIs easily deployable. Caddy is a fully featured web server and reverse proxy with amazing support for HTTPS and PKI automation. In a future video, we'll be configuring some web servers using each of these softwares and comparing and contrasting each. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, don't forget to drink water, eat food, take care of yourself.